Good morning, students. First of all, welcome you all in the third semester of Bachelor of Science. Myself, Vater Jai. We are going to study linear algebra in mathematics. And our first unit is vector space and linear independence of vector. So, to define vector space, we need some tools. For that, this is the first lecture for the introduction to the vector space. So, to define vector space, we first understand some basic definition and some algebraic structures. So, first here it is the definition of binary operation. So, what is the binary operation? The binary operation, given a non-empty set A, any function star from A cross A to A is called a binary operation on A. This is the definition for the binary operation. Now examples. Addition is binary operation on N, Z, Q, R and C. Now let us consider any two element from N. Here consider any two element from N. Star is mapped from N cross N to N. Let 1, 2 belongs to N cross N. Then 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 belongs to N. Similarly, if we consider any two element AB from N cross N, then A plus B belongs to N. So, addition is binary operation on N, Z, Q, R and C. As for any AB belongs to N, A plus B belongs to N. Now, the subtraction is not a binary operation on N. As for 2, 3 belongs to N. 2 minus 3 is equal to minus 1 doesn't belongs to N. So, the map is not defined from A cross A to A. So, subtraction is not a binary operation on N. Now second is the definition of closure property. Let B be the non-empty subset of A. Let star be a binary operation defined on A. If for each pair of element xy belongs to B cross B, x star y belongs to B, then B is said to be closed under binary operation star. If x star y does not belongs to B, then B is not closed under binary operation star. So here it is the first example. If we consider A as a Z, not Z, but if we consider A as a real number, set of all real number R, and B is equal to N. Here A is equal to R and B is equal to N. Then N is not closed under usual. N is closed under usual addition, but N is not closed under division, as 1 divided by 2, that means 1/2 does not belongs to N. Now, set of all odd integer is closed under multiplication. That means if we consider two odd elements, then the multiplication of these two elements is again a odd number. But it is not closed under the addition, as 1 is the odd number, 3 is the odd number. But 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. This is not an odd number. So, set of all odd integers is not closed under the addition, but it is closed under the multiplication. This is the closure property. Here there is the definition of group. We will study more deeply in group about in the next third year. So here we only study the definition of group. So what is the definition? Let G be a non-empty set on which a binary operation star is defined. Then G is said to be group under the binary operation star if the following axioms are satisfied. Now the word axioms must be new for all students. The word axiom means some property, we can say properties. So G is said to be group under the binary operation star if the following properties are satisfied. There are properties. First is the closure property. That means for all AB belongs to G, A star B belongs to G. Second is associative property. That is for all A, B, C belongs to G, where A star B star C is equal to A star B star C. Now third is the existence of identity element. That means for all A belongs to G, there exists an E belongs to G such that A star E is equal to A is equal to E star A. And fourth one is existence of inverse element. That means for particular element A belongs to G, there exists B belongs to G such that A star B is equal to E is equal to B star A. And element B is called inverse of A under the binary operation star. This is the definition of group. We study more about group. We will study more about group in the third year if you put mathematics as your core subject. Now group is denoted by G star. Now what is the abelian group? So here it is the definition of abelian group. If binary operation star is commutative. What means the commutative means? Commutative is A star B is equal to B star A for all AB belongs to G. Then group G star is called an abelian group. This is the simple definition. Here are some examples of groups. Z plus, Q plus, R plus are groups. In particular there are abelian groups because addition is commutative. Now N plus is not group because there does not exist any identity element, as there does not exist E belongs to N such that A plus E is equal to A. So there does not exist identity element in A. So third property is not satisfied. Hence N plus is not group. Now Q star and R star. So first of all, what is Q star? Q star means Q minus singleton 0. R star means R minus singleton 0. So what we do here, we remove the 0 element. So Q star, R star are abelian groups where dot denotes usual multiplication. In both groups 1 is the identity element, as if we multiply any element with 1 then we get the same answer. So here 1 is the identity element. Now Z star dot is not a group, as inverse element does not exist for any A belongs to Z star where A does not equal to plus or minus 1. If we consider 2 belongs to Z star, then there does not exist 1/2 in Z star. So Z star dot is not a group. We will study deeply about group in third year. Now the definition of ring. Here we just introduced group, ring, field for the introduction of vector space. We not we do not study it deeply. So first, just for the introduction of vector space, we need to introduce group, ring, field, etc. Okay. So let R be a non-empty set with two binary operation, addition and multiplication. Then R is said to be a ring if the following axioms are satisfied. What is the first axiom? R plus is commutative group or a abelian group. Commutative means abelian group. Second condition is multiplication is associative. That means A dot B dot C is equal to A dot B dot C for all ABC belongs to R. Now third is the multiplication is left and right distributive over addition. That means A dot. Now here multiplication is from left side. That means multiplication is left distributive. A dot B plus C is equal to A dot B plus A dot C. And here multiplication is from right side. That means multiplication is right distributive. B plus C dot A is equal to B dot A plus C dot A for all ABC belongs to R. The ring is denoted by R plus dot. Now the commutative ring. If the multiplication is commutative, that means A dot B is equal to B dot A for all AB belongs to R, then ring is called the commutative ring. Here examples of commutative ring is set of all real number R with usual addition and usual multiplication. Here real number R with usual addition and usual multiplication is commutative ring with unity. However, ring with unity, so what is the unity? Multiplicative identity or unity. An element 1 belongs to R is called multiplicative identity or a unity if 1 dot A is equal to A dot 1 for all A belongs to ring R. Now if we have a ring with such an element, then ring is called ring with unity. Okay. Now what is the multiplicative inverse for an element A belongs to R where A is non-zero? The multiplicative inverse only exists for the non-zero element. So for an element A belongs to R where A does not equal to 0, an element B belongs to R is called multiplicative inverse of A if A dot B is equal to 1 is equal to B dot A. Here what is 1? 1 is unity or a multiplicative identity. I will give you example. If we consider ring R plus dot, if we consider an element 2 belongs to R, then there exists 1 half belongs to R. So 2 dot 1 half is equal to 1. So here 1 is the identity. Okay. Sorry, unity, multiplicative identity. So 1 half is inverse of 2. Clear? Okay. Now it is the definition of field. Let F be a non-empty set. Let addition and multiplication be two binary operation on set F. Then F is called field if the following axioms are satisfied. What is the first? F plus dot is a commutative ring with unity. That means first of all it is ring, second is it must be commutative, and third is with unity. That means multiplicative identity. And second is every non-zero element in field F, sorry, not field, we define field. Every non-zero element in set F has a multiplicative inverse in F. Clear? So this is the definition of field. There are some basic examples of field: Q, R, C are the field with usual addition and multiplication. We studied deeply about field in the next semester. Now, we introduce group, ring, field only for the understanding of vector space. Here we require all these basic algebraic structure. So, now we move over the syllabus, the definition of vector space. So, what is the definition? Let V be a non-empty set. Let us consider two binary operation, vector addition, or simply we can say addition, and second is scalar multiplication. Vector addition is denoted by plus, scalar multiplication is denoted by dot, or sometime for the sake of simplicity we also remove dot for in our writing. Then the V along with these two operations is called a real vector space or a vector space over the field R. Here in the definition we have field. So it is must required first we understand field. So I have introduced about group, ring and field. Then V along with these two operations is called the real vector space or a vector space over the field R if the following axioms are satisfied. So what is the first property? First property is closure property for the vector addition. That means vector u plus v belongs to v for all u belongs to v. Second is associative property. U plus v plus w is equal to u plus v plus w. Third is commutative property. That means u plus v is equal to v plus u for all u v belongs to v. Fourth is existence of zero element. Here it is vector addition and for addition we get a zero element. So existence of zero element, that means there exists 0 belongs to v such that 0 plus u is equal to u plus 0 for all u belongs to v. Fifth is existence of additive inverse. That means for each element u belongs to v, there exists minus of u belongs to v such that u plus minus u is equal to 0 is equal to minus u plus u. Now these five properties we can say that first is closure, associative property, commutative property, existence of zero element and existence of additive inverse. These five properties is for the vector addition. Now next five property is for scalar multiplication. Now this five property shows that V plus, that is V plus means V plus is a group with binary operation vector addition, is a abelian group. Okay, we will start now in the next is now these five properties for scalar multiplication. So first is closure property for scalar multiplication. That means alpha dot u belongs to v for all u belongs to v and alpha belongs to r. Here we studied only about the real vector space. So all our scalars are from real number r because we define the real vector space. Second is alpha beta of u is equal to alpha beta u for all alpha beta belongs to r and u belongs to v. Third is this is property for scalar multiplication. Now vector addition is distributive. That means alpha dot u plus v is equal to alpha dot u alpha dot v. For the sake of simplicity, if we not write dot in multiplication, then it is obvious. Now distributivity over scalar addition. That means alpha plus beta dot u is equal to alpha dot u plus beta dot u. And last property is unit scalar, means 1 dot u is equal to u for all u belongs to V. That means if we multiply any vector with identity element, then we get the same answer. Now here, so this is the basic definition of vector space. Now there are some notes. Real vector space is also called real linear space or a real linear vector space. If V is vector space over the field C, in real vector space we consider field R, but now if we consider field as a C, then vector space V over the field C is called complex vector space. Now as discussed earlier, first 5 property shows that V plus is an abelian group. Now onwards, an element of vector space is called vector. That means we said that if we consider an element from vector space, then we said it as a vector, and if we consider an element from a field, then we called it as a scalar. So this is some introduction to the vector space. For that we define binary operation, closure property, group, ring, field, and at last we define vector space. In the next lecture we will study some examples of vector space. So thank you. If you have any doubt, then we arrange doubt session for mathematics tomorrow on Tuesday. Thank you.